Bad eye day. Lucky I came on. You're lucky I came on. Friday, everyone. Friday. Hello, bonjour André. Ah, le français arrive en premier, on reste en français de bord. Comment ça va, André? Good morning. How's it going, Dabs? Nice to see you, man. Hobinson. Hello, Bruce. How's it going, guys? Thanks for stopping by, everyone. You guys checking out the super typhoon? Hey, Dabs? There's crazy storms out there, I guess. A super typhoon going to Japan. Northern Los Angeles fires, pretty bad, I guess. A couple of deaths, sadly. Salut, Mathieu. Merci d'être ici, mon homme. Bien le bonjour de France. Ben, bienvenue, la France. Comme d'habitude, la France est arrivée en premier aujourd'hui. Merci pour ton job. Ben, ça me fait plaisir, Mathieu. Would love to email you some pics. No problem. Bruce Swartz, 75, acommercial, gmail.com. Haven't been in almost a week. I'll be honest with you guys, this week is a very busy week. I'm actually traveling to Montreal all week to help out a friend and in need, poor guy. And this week, I'm still upkeeping. It's not changing anything. It's just I'm getting up earlier. But there'll be earlier videos, so that's a good thing. Mr. Sublime. Morning, brothers. Sorry, been busy. Hey, man, me too. I think it's the time before winter. Like us, we got to gather our nuts here before that crazy winter comes by. I've been good, though, man. Thanks for asking. Good morning, Romeo. How's it going, man? Master Bruce, good day, mate. Justin Branch, thanks for being here, man. I have a bad eye today. Got drops and drops put in it. I was able to leave it go a little bit. 1604, hey, John Doe, thanks for being here. Afternoon, Bruce. Well, afternoon to you, sir. Ah bien, merci. Je te souhaite une belle journée à toi et à tout. Ben, André, ça me fait plaisir, mon frère. Puis, une autre super vidéo pour la chaîne français est pratiquement finie. C'est quasiment tout déjà prêt. Aussitôt que je débarque ici, je vais le faire. Hello, Mr. Brookover. Thanks for being here, man. Shared live stream on Twitter. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, salut Bruce, le show de Boucan. Oh, hello, le show de Boucan. Merci d'être ici. Comment ça va? Love from Tower Bridge. Laura, I missed that. I'm sorry. Hey, Laura Pitchard. Thank you very much. Hi from Quebec. It looks a reasonable day here, except everywhere else in the world is devastating, I think. They're talking about a lot of snow around here. So, hey, Bruce, good to see you. Mike Isaac, thanks, man. Dane French, good morning from Houston. Hey, welcome, Houston. How's the weather up there or down there? Down south, they say. Snappy Sandals, bonjour. Bonjour, merci d'être ici. I hope I'm getting everyone. Alfie, Joe, Bob, good morning, Bruce. How's it going, Alfie? Aaron Bill, MSC, thanks for being here, man. Peace. Hey, Sébastien Brard, comment vas-tu? Ça va pas se payer. C'est mon œil qui a de la misère à matin. On dirait se réveiller. Je suis réveillé trop de bonheur, je pense. Merci d'être ici. Woohoo, what kind of pic? Shared live stream on Twitter. Yeah, I read that. Hey, Bruce, good morning. Oh, hello, Darla. How are you this morning? Can we email you? Sure, man. Bruce Swartz, BruceSwartz, all together. Here, I'll write it in for you if you want to email me. I'll be looking at it this weekend because I'm long overdue for many emails. I know that. Just crap that comes in. I don't even go anymore. That's how bad it's gotten. There you go, guys. There's the email if ever you do want to send me something. Thanks for asking. What's going on, Mr. Donnie C? Thanks for being here, bro. Not much. Well, a lot, actually. Got some great footage in the past couple days. There's that winding computer again. I don't know why it's winding. Yeah, last couple of days I got some great footage. We're going to take the time to zoom up on that, get some nice footage. Got a UFO video that I can't get working, the infrared. I guess the UFOs break the footage all the time, and I'm not kidding. Or it's coincidence because they just never work half the time. Loving what you do, sir. Hello from the UK. Thank you very much, Pascal Brock. I appreciate that, man. Theodora Christopher. Whoop, the message just erased. Have to write that again. Oh, love the French. Je suis là. Bien, merci, Theodora, d'être ici. C'est toujours bien apprécié. Et oui, écoute, même avec ma chaîne française, en français, j'ai beaucoup de personnes qui viennent ici de la langue française. Fait que, yes, moi, je suis très content de tout ça. Je vous remercie. Invoking favor to you, Bruce, through health, love, prosperity. Thanks. Al Ciriello, I appreciate that. Safety and your families and friends always, brother. Thank you very much. Love from Canada, and thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it, guys. Hello, Mr. Mike Isaacs. Freaking snow. Snappy sandals. I hope you're not already in the snow now, but yeah, man, it's a coming. They're talking about one heck of a winter is supposed to hit here. 7+ storms, they say. When I say storms, we're not talking about little storms. Probably big 30, 40 centimeter storms. Going to be on the way. It's going to be drastic. I mean, around the world, it's absolutely crazy. The super typhoon going to Japan, category 5 right now. Tokyo, a bunch of places looking at a lot of flooding. John Doe, thank you. Yeah, I have to get to it. You probably did even last week. I'm sorry about that. I think you had mentioned that. I haven't been around to it, man. I've been going up to Montreal every morning, helping out a friend. And sunny Manchester, but I'll check that out this weekend. Promise. Pissing down, start to finish. Wow. Hey, Darren Hughes, thank you for being here, sir. Well, the weather is nice this week in my end, Bruce. Hey, Darley, here hasn't been too good. And I don't know. I really don't know. It seems every time the moon is out, it's just sopping wet outside with all the clouds. So glad I found you. Hobinson, thank you very much for saying that. And thanks for being here. Yeah, we find some really cool stuff. I'm getting some really, really cool stuff. Got a lot of hate on the channel. You're going to see it in the comment section. But honestly, all the great comments stand out. It's really exceptional to get that many comments. I've always been very lucky to get many comments on the videos. And it's like, wow, it's worth making a channel just to get the comments and meet that many people. So, hey, yes, sir, Dan Kyle. Merci, mon homme. Bien apprécié. Good morning, Bruce from North Carolina. Hey, good morning. You got some, no, that's true. I'm mixing up places. Yeah, I was watching northern Los Angeles this morning. They're having a lot of problems. I guess the fire's out of control. And how many hectares is burning? They're saying 80 hectares an hour like that. The winds are crazy and stuff. So we all appreciate how patient you are trying to read them all. That's badass in my opinion. Thanks so much, man. I appreciate it, Mr. Sublime. And yeah, you know, I try to get as much out as I can anyways. Send you much love from Germany. Blue Angel, thank you very much. Love back to Germany. A lot of German friends here that come on by. Trois matins avec du frima. Hey, André, j'avoue que ce matin, c'est drôle, là. On a plus de neige que vous autres, mais c'est ma première journée, premier matin qu'il y a du frima, mais c'était gelé, les toits étaient gelés, le gazon, tout. La végétation, il a mangé un coup, là. Les feuilles commencent à plier. Changement de couleur. Thank you, Alex. Welcome, man. Yeah, absolutely. Just look right through them. Greetings, Bruce. Now I have your Gmail. I have some photos of big object by the moon, if interested. Absolutely, JT. It's like I said, it's very rare that people connect with me in that way and show me some, you know, true UFO stuff. I've really never really got any virtual stuff, but absolutely, I'd be more than happy to look at it. Promise. I'm gonna have to catch up this weekend on the emails, and I will, guys. I promise. Still have a bit of a throat issue there. I haven't when the weather changes, I often feel it. 800,000 without power in North Carolina? Whoa. I mean, did you guys get a storm or something like that? 800,000? Or is that still from the Dorian or from the last hurricane that you guys had? Jeez, my eye is so sore. Sorry, guys. I must look like hell. Like usual. Plenty of UFO activity in Perth, Australia lately. Yeah, I've been hearing a bit about that this week, actually. And I don't understand. Am I the only one in Perth seeing UFOs? Surely others are seeing them. They are plain as day. See, that's the thing, Justin. And thanks for mentioning it. Like me here. I talk to the neighbors not often, but once or twice about that. What do you do at night and where are you getting the UFOs and stuff? Well, in the sky, right? They don't believe it and they've never seen any. So, and I don't understand that because, like you say, they're as plain as day and they're all over the place. So, sorry, guys. Bad eye day today. And they're as plain as day. I see them all the time, but my neighbors don't. And you'll get a neighbor down the street that will, but the neighbors beside him doesn't. They don't. So it's funny. G4 says, peace, brother. Loving the moon. Hey, thanks a lot for appreciating it, man. Rodden New. Hello from Mexico. CDMX. Hey, Mario Garcia. Welcome. Thank you very much. Hello, Alabama. Samiente. Thank you very much for subscribing. Hi from Quebec, from Canada. Getting cold down here. Thanks a lot for taking the time to subscribe. I really appreciate that. 5 miles per hour when I checked last. Thanks, Holly and Noel. So 5 miles an hour is causing 80,000 hectares to burn an hour. I don't know where I was looking at. I saw it looked like torrential winds, and the fire was skimming. Maybe it's footage from yesterday. I don't know, but it was something else. Hello, brother. Someone says, sorry, I just missed that. From the UK, Anthony, thanks a lot for being here, man. Yo, Clerk 93. Peace, Romeo Whiskey, thinking of me. What, Romeo's thinking of you? I get some weird people here sometimes. People take a liking to Darla. Not saying it is a UFO, but it's big. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to look at it. And if it's in the air, if it is flying, it's a UFO for sure. But hit that like button, you guys. Thank you, Alfie. I appreciate that. What do you guys think of? Oh, hold on. There's still some. I'm going to start reading some more here. Now, because you read that out, I can now say I notice you noticing me just to fuck with you. André Boutiette, Rodden Leaf. Wow. Rodden. Je manque un bout, man. Ocean overwashing here on Hatteras. Is it Hatteras Island? Thanks for letting us know that. And it's odd that certain areas of Earth are being pummeled by all these rising waters and dry spells and stuff. It's every contrast. But that's what I'm afraid is going to cause the climate. How can I say? Not necessarily the climate change, but I don't believe necessarily in the way they speak of climate change, but I do believe that if the world's going to rejuvenate itself or cleanse itself, it could be rock and roll, with lots of snow, maybe rising waters and stuff. Maybe it's just leveling out as it does every so many thousands of years. Probably a very normal process. Does the pollution that we did help? Probably not. Definitely not. Do you know what each other I've been accused as knowing and being sent by you? Bruce, do we know each other? I've been accused as knowing and being sent by you. Nope, absolutely not. I confirm that we don't. Oh yeah, John Doe, here on the channel, everyone's either my mother, my cousin, or brother, or son, don't forget now. And it's just trolls. Trolls get along. But yeah, some of you, if you get questions, there are people working in the community that are maybe even some of the kindest people. And I know some of them, who they are, but I'm polite to them because they're being polite, but they talk in the community and they do weird things. I'm not going to mention the names, but several of you, and there's a couple here right now, have been asked about money offerings to help someone get, glasses, or to help someone get a wheelchair. But it's happening often, more and more often. And some of the people are saying it's me sending them and stuff. And there's just someone continually trying to, harass the channel or whatever, but can't do anything about that. Et Sébastien Brard, tous les jours, je scrute avec mon télescope. Est et l'ouest, notre satellite, et j'aperçois des décollages et des atterrissages de boules réfléchissant. La lumière puis disparaît dans le boucan, bien dit. Écoute, c'est vrai, M. Brard, Sébastien, et en plein jour, je les vois aussi le soir, mais en plein jour, l'autre jour, c'était au-dessus des nuages, ça entre dans l'orbite de la Terre, tu vois, une lumière, comme tu as dit, réflective ou réfléchissante, absolument, brillante, tu sais, c'est comme de l'or, si vous voulez, parce que moi, j'en ai vu des très, très jaunes, puis j'en ai vu aussi c'est comme blanc, c'est un reflet blanc, comme tu dis, c'est comme une brillance, mais il existe, puis je les vois très, très souvent, puis pourtant, il y en a qui les ont jamais vus, je le comprends pas. Maybe they're like rainbows only seen by the correct angle. Deb, you're into the same thought on certain issues about that, about angles and perception and all this. And it's true, and I believe that as the way maybe we're placed even in space, is causing us to be right in the bad line of light where everything can't be seen. Too, it could be so much. I agree with that, though. Earthquake in Yellowstone National Park and a big eruption, crazy. Wow. Okay, so the volcanoes too, and we're seeing a lot erupt of volcanoes. It's crazy, scary. I think one, and I'm not exaggerating. If you're following them, Kronos, I'm not, but almost. I'm following them, trying. I don't know a lot about volcanoes. I did a little bit of study, but honestly, every 3 months there's one erupting, and if you know about volcanoes, you're going to agree with me. It's scary. Italy, Spain, all these places now erupting volcanoes, but they don't talk about them in the news, right? You have to go. They do, but it's a certain section. Like, why don't they talk about wow, Indonesia this morning was an explosion, or there was an earthquake, or there was a volcano? They don't talk about it. You got to go look at things. Disclosure is here, peeps. Damn right, Kronos. And they're going to have to talk about it real soon. That's for sure. I'm already losing my voice. It's only 11:20. I believe it. I'm Bruce. Yes, you are. Raldo, New York. Thank you. And God bless you too. Hey, Raldo, New York. What am I missing here? Well, Theodora Christopher, that's the second time your message says that it was retracted. It's not us, Theodora. Give it another try. That's a good acronym. He is tracing deep magma pockets, all connecting around the lobe. Yes, I'm tracking them. Imagine them, all those pockets when they erupt. It's going to be like New York sank into a massive hole this morning. It's bad example. I don't want anything to happen to New York. You know what I mean? It's going to be stupid stuff like that happening. And now what's going on is everyone on the islands are all, rising sea level. So now everyone on an island has to get off, including tribes. So now we're going to have some problems. I saw a plane the other day, guys, a small Cessna plane with over 158 spears that were pierced through the plane as they tried to get close to a tribe on a certain island. That was pretty funny. Oh, is Shar here? How come I don't see him? Oh, there's a lot of people here now. Okay. Cannot believe it. I actually caught a live stream on time. Wow, Shar. I've seen your comments, my dear. Probably missing a few, but hello, Lena Franklin. Clouds are looking fake these days. Yes, they are, Lena. Definitely. Joshua. Oh, sorry. I already read that. Lots of chemtrails here, Bruce. The ringing in my ears are loud when they spray. Well, it's funny you mentioned that, Al. Thanks for mentioning it, actually, because it's a problem I don't know if it's related to the chemtrails. It's a good observation to make because it happens to me when you have to go, you're going like that. It's like you're in a plane, literally in a plane, loud buzzing. I get that too. And it's repetitive, and it's been worse this year than other years. I even wondered, I said, maybe it's the shift, right? Something's shifting. Something's definitely happening. Hey, Bruce, have you ever seen anything? Hello, Yeshua said my name. Through a telescope that would resemble the Black Knight satellite. I've heard rumors about it, but not sure if it's been proven. Well, thanks, Yeshua, for asking that. And by the way, thanks for being here. Don't forget, they did say that the Black Knight was a TARP, right? It doesn't look like a TARP. It's said to be a TARP that's in space. This is what NASA said, and that they claimed it's a TARP that got lost into space. But it would have to be pretty large. I have seen objects. I've gotten objects, but can I say that it would not be as big as, I don't think it's necessarily the Black Knight, what I caught. Or then again, we're seeing different angles. So when we catch something in space, if I'm looking head on to it or a side view, but do I see objects similar? Yeah, I think I've caught about 7 or 8 of them. And it's always been beside the moon that I'm seeing those objects. Thanks for asking. Hello, Aaron. Love your vids, Bruce Almighty. Thanks, man. Do you ever check out the sun? I do. It's so boring. Nothing's happening. And I'm using Crazy Penguin. Hey, bro. He's probably really busy these days, but he was a big supporter and sent in some filters for me to try on the sun. And I'm always using the filters that he had suggested and given me. And, nothing is seen. I'm not seeing anything going by. I do see the odd asteroid or sliver go by, and that's what I try to show sometimes. But yeah, I film for hours, and then I go watch the footage for 2 hours, because you can't run through the footage. You have to watch it real speed because you're going to miss anything. But I haven't been seeing much. To let you know, I'm not seeing anything these days. Since last year, when we got all these cataclysmic events there, and neutron stars and stuff, there was a lot of stuff zipping by the sun. I was even able to capture some with a regular camera. Holograms cloaking, so yeah, fake clouds. Well, some are anyways. They're UFOs. Yeah, exactly. You said it, man. And Mr. Sublime, I think the easiest thing as a hologram would be to make clouds. I bet you it would be the easiest thing to project in the sky, right? And it's true. If it hides what's on the other side, I mean, hey, even a plane could fly, into it, or think he's flying into it. Who knows? I mean, I believe that the cloaking is done because of light. It's done with bending of light. 101%. That's exactly what they're doing. Hey, Dabs, that's another thing, Dabs, talking about different angles and perception, rainbows and stuff. Well, the bending of light, exactly. And that's what's probably happening. Maybe we're seeing the moon because of a bending of light. Maybe on the other side of the moon is full of planets. Who knows? Yeah, you can email me, my friend Hobinson. Absolutely. They killed the lead scientist in the 50s, Charles Kafta. Yeah, they did, Darren. Thanks for sharing that, because of everything he was exposing. And I recently learned about that. And it's true, maybe it's a good thing that I'm not a big scientist, because I'm not, affecting any association. But totally agree about the bending of light. Thank you, Shar. Yeah, definitely. The camouflage and what we're seeing, I totally believe it. And that surface where we're seeing these stupid covers, I call them covers, maybe not covers, but the squares that we're seeing, when you invert the image, anything constructed on the surface of the moon doesn't look real. And you can really see the symmetrical linings around everything. So just fine now. I felt tired if it goes down to 8:20. Hello, Theodora. Now your messages are coming up. 100% bending light. Thank you, Theodora. Hey, Bruce, moon pictures coming your way, brother. Thank you, JT. Okay, moon pictures of objects. Awesome, man. Thanks. I'll reply, man. Aldora Dorota, hello. Thanks for being here. You guys see what's going on in space. I have so many awesome moon pics. Thanks, man. Can you send me your email? Yeah, like I'll write it right here for you. Just look underneath here, it'll pop up. So Bruce Schwartz, 75, a commercial, gmail.com. Really busy, guys. I will look at it tomorrow, like I said. Not today, because I won't be able to. I have to go back to Montreal tonight. Julie Ann Payne, thank you very much. Sorry I missed that. Thank you for your gift, and thank you for what you're doing. You guys are a gift. I love you guys. Thanks a lot. Greystone Gardens. Hey, Bruce. Thanks, man. Lamin Ahmed. Hi, Bruce. Hello, Lamin. I hope I'm pronouncing your names right, guys. Dr. Jellyfingers. If you're sensitive to natural frequencies, there's not much that will help, unfortunately. No, I believe it. And yeah, and I like the way you said it. Sensitive to natural frequencies is very, very well said. And no, it's something that happens, occurs. And in the center, humming in the center of the head, sometimes you want to smack your head. And, you know, and I know not a lot of people laugh about that because I've heard of a lot of people that have that problem. May the Schwartz be with you. DK77, just saying hi and enjoy your work. Thank you, DK77. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it, my friend. Hey, Bruce is all. Hello, Tina Tomaszewski. Hey, how's it going? Nice to see you. Found you in an interview with WSO. Araldo, New York. Araldo, thank you very much. And thanks for watching WSO too at the same time. Absolutely. Hook up with Steve-O whenever I can, because, you know, he was one of the first channels to help expose the research and stuff. I greatly appreciate him. I have a lot of this community that comes here too. Amazing people, and helping a lot with the shares. We're getting to be one big family now. Francisco Calinette, thank you for being here. How are you? I really appreciate your work. Thank you, Francisco. I'm from Uruguay. Must a video. Do you have any video of the Sikorsky crater? I don't, but, and of course, I hope you're talking about it on Earth's side, but I'll tell you what, I'll write it down. I take suggestions. And Sikorsky crater. There's another crater I want to see, you guys. Hey, South Pole. Do you guys know that there's, for weeks and maybe almost months, NASA's been talking about water in the South Pole, right, of the moon. And there's talk about, with scientists, of the question as to when and how massive ice has formed inside of the craters. I'm not sure exactly of the name, because don't get this wrong. When they say the south side of the moon, I'm still not sure that where India landed, that any human with a telescope from Earth could see that area. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm starting to see some of the crater names and where they supposedly said that it landed. I saw the images. They're gray. It looks like it's from very far. It actually looks like it's from Earth. I'm just saying the pictures look like they were taken from Earth, because it's really not close at all. You know, how can we see the whole moon when it's half full? Hopkinson, thanks for asking that. A very easy way. First, with a telescope, you will see that other half. You won't have to adjust any contrast or anything or exposure, probably not right away, because it's going to show up. And you're going to see the outline of the whole moon, and the black part beyond the terminator line is going to be a bright, brilliant black spot. But if you mean when the moon is half and you're outside with your camera and you want to get a shot of the moon, take down the exposure, okay? Or you may have to up the exposure and then adjust it later to go get the hue or whatever. But often the moon itself is going to show you the other half. And a good trick, if ever you see the moon with a star very close to it, you're in luck, because you're going to see a very bright surface. You'll see Aristarchus crater through the Terminator line, you could literally see the brightness of it trying to pierce through the darkness, and you can see it. All family now. Francine Lawson, thank you for being here. Wilcock and Google fraudulent. Wilcock and good fraudulent. I don't know, Alex. Listen, I've always been one that when they talk about aliens and they start describing right down to their genitals there, and they tell you that they're like this, they're like that, they were born from there, they're from Zeta Reticuli, and then they came over here, they travel at light speed, they use this element 115, whatever, to come down, they burn that, simple, easy peasy. It doesn't mean that's exactly what's going on, You got to wonder what the heck is going on out there. It doesn't mean what they're telling us is exactly the same thing, but I don't even know why I was saying that. I lost my train of concentration and thought, which happens often. Oh, Wilcock. There you go. Sorry, Alex. And yeah, I got carried away there. I was talking too much. It comes down to, I'm just curious as to how these people know so much about the personal being of that entity. It's just information that's online. They're all saying the same thing. They're all talking about the same information. They're all saying different things. Some things are the same of what they're saying. And I respect it. And I think it's cool that they're doing, ufologists just are looking that up or whatever. It's not necessarily ufologists, but researchers. But here's the thing. We don't know what the aliens look like. And if there's proof of what aliens look like and it was leaked, I highly doubt the government would let us talk about them. Maybe not, but I don't know. Lots going on in space, guys. Bridenston, in charge of NASA, was a bit tweeting, if I'm not mistaken, about Elon Musk saying, let's up the game. We have to get out there to space. We have to do this. Elon Musk is in 2007, I think it's 2014, that, was in a deal with NASA to try to send the first person to the moon. He had a crash. That was canceled. And then he recently sent up a heavy. It worked. It was the first test to go to the space station with one of the Dragons to see if it could, go launch and come back to be ready. It worked. So he was able to continue. But that would have been the end of Elon Musk and SpaceX. The Starhopper and stuff like that, for example, NASA's not happy because he's made a bigger, at the Houston Center, I think, a bigger rocket and, ship craft, if you want. And NASA's like, well, we haven't proved yet that, a human can be brought up by his material and his buildings of these rockets, because they're only at the testing stage. So it's still at the beginning of the stage, But now there's talk about 2020, supposedly because of Elon Musk. There's going to be a rush to get back up to the moon. So now they're changing back from 2024 to 2020. At first it was 2020. They shifted to 2024, and now they're going to ship it back to 2020. But is that thing going to fly? I don't know. Do you think that thing is going to get out of Earth's orbit? Who knows? Yeah, he does, Dr. Jellyfinger. Probably does. You see how stressed, and he's not a talkative person, a people person, I don't think, because when you see him talk, he's like a shy school kid. When you see Elon Musk talk, I'm not kidding. He repeats, he stutters, and I'm saying that only because I believe that the guy is too deep in his head. And it sounds like what he's saying, he's being very careful as to which words he's going to use when he's talking about space and stuff. I saw a couple of SpaceX videos, guys, that if they're real, the rockets, when they're going up out of the orbit, the cameras are drenched with water. It's immediate, a couple of 100 feet up, 1,000 feet up off of the Earth. And, I've never seen that in any NASA cameras, never seen any water, form on any lens. And when you look at Elon's video, sometimes you see more of a truth on that side, I guess. except the floating car, but can't stick around, but full respect for the work you do and share with us. Me, myself, and I, thanks. And thanks for the amazing comments. I saw a couple yesterday, and sorry for missing them. And thanks for stopping by, man. Still got too many bills. Yes, I do too, Tina. Now I've won the lottery. Then worry. Good. Did you win the lottery? I wish I won the lottery. Alien genitalia. Hello, Vivian Public. Lena Franklin, thanks for being here. Thanks, Aaron. Rogue, whole deck algorithm. Hey, Bruce, you see the discovered more moon 20 around Saturn with different orbits? Yes. Isn't it incredible? Did you see, you guys must know when I say icon or gold, last night there was an unmanned mission from NASA. Did you guys know that? They were talking about Brother Bruce, Dirty Rotten Imbecile 69. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for the support. Yeah, an unmanned mission yesterday. NASA, you know what they're doing, guys and gals? They're looking at, they're trying to explain where and how far the atmosphere goes off of our Earth, and they're trying to distinguish where that atmosphere in our orbit of Earth meets space. So this is like, they have no idea. So it's always been theory ever since day one. And now maybe we're seeing the first attempts. I'll tell you what, we're back in 67. 2 years before a real moon landing, probably, or first attempt. And maybe they're not going to make it the first time. That would be more realistic than having them land symmetrically like they did the last time. Anyways, you know. Where in Canada are you? I'm in Detroit. Albinson, Detroit's not too far. I'm in Montreal, just on the outskirts. Hello, Liam. I bet Elon can't say anything without somebody's opinion. You see, that's what I believe at Dabs. So, in other words, he's a puppet, eh? He's the same as one of the presidents. Not as important, but I mean in the fact that he's a puppet. So he's there advertising and stuff. You know, you see Bridenston, head of NASA. You hear Elon, you know, and he's nodding and he's going, yes, 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 supporting NASA. You know, it is an image, and you can tell. I believe that. NASA had an air launch yesterday. They dropped Pegasus rocket. Yep, that's harness on the underbelly of this big ass plane they call the Stargazer. Yeah, I've had a chance when I was in Cocoa Beach, Florida, a long time ago with my parents, and it was pretty incredible, the size of the plane that we saw. I think it was obviously, you know, the plane that transports the ship, NASA ship, the spacecraft, and that's what we saw going by the first time, and it was pretty incredibly, astonishingly impressive. First time I'd ever seen a plane that big. I did not believe something that big could fly. Impossible Turn, thank you very much. Thanks for all your amazing work. Love those slow shots. Thanks so much for appreciating it. Love you for it. Thanks for connecting. And yeah, more shots, because I got some clear footage 2 days ago. So watch the next couple of videos this weekend. I'm not leaving the house this weekend. I don't have to go to Montreal. It's going to be intense. I'm gonna really get in close to the footage. I have all the pleasure. Thanks again, Impossible Turn. Sébastien Robert, comment ça va, mon frère? I have all the pleasure to listen to you, my bro. You have missing me a lot. Yeah, I missed you, man, for sure. Sébastien, merci d'être ici, mon homme. La chaîne française, man, dans à peu près 2h30, 3h maximum, on va avoir un bon vidéo français avec des bons close-ups de cette semaine que j'ai pogné avec les télescopes. Merci d'être ici. Tony Nero, thanks, man. Ciao grande, thanks for being here. Bruce Meglio Dell'Espazio, thank you very much. Paradox, fossils, artifacts, and coins universe is packed with water. Yes. I remember being taught in school, Earth had water, universe was taught in school, universe was dry. Yeah, hey, that's interesting. And you know, you're absolutely right. And I do believe it, that that joke that everyone says that we're living in a bubble of water, maybe, and we laugh. Well, we are. It's just that the bubble of water is the universe. We're either very, very small or we're in a very, very large water drop. Maybe when the water drop hits the ground, we'll implode. No, let's not talk about that. Coucou! Hey, Sébastien, je peux pas te remercier assez d'être ici, mon frère. Shuttle carrier aircraft, SCA, too extensively modified Boeing. I know about it. Airline 7047s, yes. Airliners that NASA used to transport space shuttle orbiters. One is a 747-100 model, which is ginormous, while the other is a short-range 747 100 SR. That would still be a very, very large object. And yeah, the first time I saw it was crazy. Ah, ben Sébastien, je suis bien interdit les téléphones ici. Oui, ça je le crois. Mais hey, je suis content que tu es sorti, man, ou que tu t'es amélioré. Ben, puis certains, oui, je t'ai perdu de vue à un moment donné. Je m'en ai rendu compte. J'ai dit, whoop, il t'est arrivé quelque chose. I hope you're okay, man. Thank you for all the videos. My pleasure, Darla. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it, guys. Moon Express is solely to do with ice, frozen water. The Schumacher to had including any darkest craters, hangars seen from Earth. Yeah. And the dark craters have a lot of snow and stuff, maybe, and maybe this is what's going on. Maybe there's snow in all the mountains, you know, which would be normal, right? There's water vapor. But then again, if the gravity is different on the moon, what we're seeing is sublimation, which is the transition of water changing forms from going from a solid state to a gaseous state. Because, you know, gases will rise. And if there's a gravity on the moon, and there is, but if it's higher than what they said, well, the rain would fall onto the moon and not up here, right? You see, but I've always said that the moon and Earth share the waters. Just a theory, maybe even just mystical theory or speculation, obviously. But I do believe that if the moon wasn't beside Earth, the water, it's not that we wouldn't necessarily have any. I don't think it would be the same as for the levels and everything. That's confirmed, definitely confirmed. They say the moon is locked in place because of the tidal waves. I think now more that the tidal waves are locked in place because of the moon. I think it's the other way around, most definitely. Merci, Sébastien. Habituellement, quand tu fais un don, Sébastien, elle apparaît pas tout de suite. Je sais pas si c'est à cause d'où ce que tu viens. Elle apparaît plus haut. Je l'ai vu de ce temps-là. Merci. Water and liquid hydrogen. Hydrogen. Absolutely, Theodora. Absolutely. That's what you need for life. A part, anyways. Have you heard from Christian Massé lately? Darla, thanks for asking, because I was thinking of him. Merci, France. C'est vendredi, puis bon vendredi, puis bon samedi, puis bon dimanche. Et bon lundi, c'est l'action de grâce, là. Fait qu'on va avoir un long week-end. Absolutely, Darla. I don't know what happened with Christian. I haven't gotten any messages back from a while. I hope nothing happened to him, because he was sick recently. I think something happened, right? I'll have to check that out today. J'espère, Christian Massé, ou s'il y en a qui savent ici s'il va bien, j'espère qu'il va bien. Ça fait longtemps que je n'ai pas été faire un tour sur son site. Là, je suis dû. Là. Overblog. Merci, Sébastien. Non, c'est comme tu m'avais promis, man. Puis, crois-moi, c'est bien apprécié. Puis, man, il n'y en a pas 10 000 ici. Ben, il y en a 60 000. Mais en réalité, il n'y en a pas 10 000 sur les 60 000 qui sont en train de faire comme tu fais, supporter la chaîne. On est peut-être 1000. Fait que j'apprécie beaucoup. Hey, Mark, that is very childish. You're a goner, man. Please do not talk about other races. like that. Even though I know it's a troll, I don't even have to mention it to people. But Mark, that's pretty low, man. Don't do that, bro. Probably alien hunter. Jealousy's a sin. You could be an astronomy teacher. Wow, Yeshua, thanks so much. I don't know. I love doing it. I love teaching and learning with all of you guys. But thanks, Yeshua. I appreciate that. Well, and here's the thing, because of the system, I'm calling you Yeshua. I'm sorry. Yeshua said my name is the channel. I know at the beginning I called you Yeshua. But anyways, it's in good intentions. Hold on here. Oh, how come everything's disappearing? Oh, getting some trolls here, I guess. Yeshua's message disappeared. And it's back. You could be an astronomer. And it disappeared and it was back. It disappeared and it came back. But yeah, thanks. Thank you very much. I love learning and teaching. And this is what I was saying. The system, the society, you have to have, scientific records. You have to be a scientist. You have to work for a scientific association to have any credibility. And here's the thing. When you are there, which I wouldn't want to be, because then you're locked in the system. So now you're a scientist working for the government, and in a way you're like a puppet anyways, because you can't talk about your work and stuff like that. And you got to wonder why not. Why is it the scientists, all they can do is go home and tell their wife about it, and maybe some of them don't even, to protect their families, when you think of it. And Yeshua said my name with what's going on with the religions. I don't really like what's going on with, I'll just say the Vatican, with what they're trying to maneuver around. And I don't like the idea of it all. What do you want a guy to do? Frequency is the key to understanding everything. Dr. Jellyfingers, you're the smartest person I've ever met. Tesla knew the score. Well, you're even smarter than the smartest person I've ever met. Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. A lot of people have all these big theories to try to sound smart and try to impress others. You just said it right there, man. Frequency is the key to understanding everything. And it really is. Okay. Listen, why is Einstein is on my wall? Why did Einstein have a violin? I just saw an orb here. That's why I was pausing. Sorry. Why did he have a violin? Okay. He wasn't musical. You're not going to say it's because he was musical. He wasn't. He would play the same note over and over, and he'd grab the violin and he'd play the same note over, and he'd go like that. He'd just keep playing the same note. Why was he doing that? I guess some of you, I don't know if you guys don't know about it. He was understanding the frequency, sound, and of everything. He was able to invent a compass like this. I don't know how young he was, 4 years old, I think they said, 5 years old. And yet he couldn't speak till the age of 2 or 3. So you got to wonder, he was a visionary. So with the sound, he understood things. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to admit it, with the piano, if you add physics to it, if you are a scientist and you're playing the piano, well, obviously, or amateur scientist, a wannabe like me, but you are going to integrate some of those physical thought, the physics side of the music. And it's like, it's not only a melody anymore. It's in a synchronicity with the universe. There is, something like a tick-tock. The universe is advancing, it's moving, it's expanding, it's contracting, it makes you wonder all these things. And because it's so complex, I can't even come to a conclusion. That's basically how it is. Will not be recycled because solar winds drag the gases that evaporated. It seems to be something much more mysterious. Thanks. Sorry. All right. And misuse translator. I don't know. I thought you were doing pretty good. Do you think NASA's official explanation for the moon's mysterious lights is gas? It could be, Francisco. Absolutely. It seems to me that the moon has already had to dry with its lifetime. I would say so too. And having no atmosphere. Right. But now, again, did they just tell us there wasn't an atmosphere so that, like you you would base your ideals and research on, an area that doesn't have an atmosphere. But I like what you said about it's probably a long time ago that everything happened. And yes, this is probably what you mean. Obviously, everything's settled, dusts and stuff. At one point, everything dies back down and everything, gets back to normal. The sky is black one day or for a couple months or years, and then it gets back down. But you really have to wonder. It opens your mind, right, about so many possibilities. I really can't come to the conclusion now. I got Einstein's book. His accomplishments are uncanny. Absolutely atomic immortal. And, he was wrong on a few equations, which is normal. And it's funny, even the atomic bomb that was based on most of his research, and the bomb was a bit bigger than they intended. So it was like luck when you think of it. But that guy was a genius, definitely a genius. And obviously, he probably didn't say half of what he knew because he understood how evil the world was. And everyone that's smart, if you're smart, if your child is smart and smarter, and I mean smarter than anyone else's child, he's going to be confronted, and he's going to be offered a job to work with the government. Swamp gas, I believe it. There could be some up there. Yes, Midja, Nikola Tesla, one of my mentors. I really appreciated his work and what he did. Is the Tesla coil, wanting to ground the Earth, to have everything, force field and power. See, this is what I'm saying. Maybe the moon has that capability. Maybe they're doing everything Tesla wanted to experiment with. Maybe there is a force field on the moon. I mentioned this last live stream. Theoretically speaking, of course, speculatively speaking, but it's still very interesting to think about it. Pleiadian 777, Moldavites, Mr. Moldavites. My friend Pleiadian 777 Viking has his online store now, and he's, you know what Moldavites are, guys? Impact glass that are formed by impacting meteors and asteroids on Earth, and obviously other planets probably, but interesting. And like he said himself, Pleiadian 777, Bruce, and I've thought of this before and even heard more people saying about it. Maybe, there's glass, impact glass, right? Cities, or I'm adding this, but he said maybe there's a possible impact glass on the surface that is causing the surface to be very reflective. And that would make a lot of sense, some yellow Moldavite or something, or very reflective. It would be crazy. And then add the fact that I'm able to say now the optical densities, if it's different from Earth and the moon, on top of that, you're going to get refracting light. You're going to get chromatic aberration. And a new word that I learned yesterday, and I like it, air glow. So people that are telling me that there's chromatic aberration, be careful, because it could be air glow. And this is what NASA is looking for right now, the strange weather phenomenon that is around Earth. And don't forget, they say that once you get out of the weather around Earth, well, then you start getting into very quick and changing, strange phenomenons that are occurring all around you. Imagine all the invisible portals and everything. And it's pretty crazy, I think. I think it would be pretty crazy. What makes you think Moldavite glass are meteorites? Why not Moldavite part of firmament? I didn't say anything about what I thought about Moldavites. If you want to know what I think about Moldavites, I think that if there's impact glass there, they would have made structures out of it for sure. But I'm open to everything. We don't know what's up there, that's for sure. Smart kids, right? Unless they plan stupid or shove a needle in their arm. Yeah, hopefully the kids won't be doing that. Corey Good knows it all. Man, I'm going to have to look up more about Corey, because that's what some people are saying, Are these people telling the truth or not? He knows a lot. I did appreciate some of what Corey Good said. And here's the thing, because they're exposing so much, people don't know about what they're exposing. So there's always going to be speculation on whether there's real truth or lies in, what some of the people are doing. And hey, I'm not excluding myself there. I'm talking definitely about me and stuff like that. Because I know some people, I'm not talking about trolls, but some people authentically don't trust the work I'm doing because they're skeptical for real. And that's normal. It's okay, you know, because it's the way the work is presented. People are used to trends. So there's a certain way of showing the moon. The moon's gray. Well, it's not gray. And when I got my first small 70-inch telescope and I filmed the moon and I saw the colors, was I to take the saturation down to hide the colors from you because it causes chromatic aberration a little bit? No, definitely not. Like the raid Area 51. Oh gosh, yeah, they can't rape us all. Yeah. Yes, Rogue, exactly. I know what you mean though. Like satire, but yeah, true and not, right? But oh my God, the Vatican archives. Oh boy. I say. And how much does it cost just to keep that room temperature, right? Tempered room at a certain degree, right? Emma. Hello, Emma. Bruce, you keep buffing and sound keeps going off when you talk. Or is it me? Well, it could be both. It could definitely be me. There's a lot going on today. And don't forget, well, the space station yesterday or the day before, they're updating, they're making the computer bigger up there. So they had to put in another processor or chip. And because don't forget, I believe that all cables controlled by the ISS space station. Basically, what they're doing up there, I think they're monitoring, they're checking our heating bills. Maybe that's all it is. A bunch of people from Hydro-Quebec sitting up there in the space station, being sure that we're not, have any grow plants in our yards or anything. You get a good view up there from space. Tesla was obsessed with the numbers 3. Oh, you're a real amateur. No, what am I saying? You're a real. Sorry, I didn't mean that. You're a real researcher, and you research on it, and it's true. Not a lot of people know that. He was infatuated, and he also did everything in 3s. 6s and 9s too, and even in his math and calculations, and even in his stepping, probably stepped 3 times between cracks on a sidewalk. Building it up slowly. That's what you got to do, Pledian, for sure. Build it up nice and slow. But and Moldavites are expensive. I was looking online, and you can't get any. It's not something that you have to be in the area where they're apparent and where they're appearing in craters. And I bet you it's not everywhere in every country. It's not in every part of the world for sure. They're rare. That's what I learned. I have a piece of Moldavite. Tina, pretty cool. Well, Pledian, that's what he's going to be doing, and not just selling Moldavite pieces. He's going to be doing artistic things with it. I'm not going to say more than that because obviously I'm not sure what he's going to be doing. But he's not just going to be putting Moldavites in bags. But honestly, that's what people are looking for, because I'm looking at pieces for sale. I looked myself, and it was $180, I think, or $200. It was guys, it was just a piece like this there. So they're pretty expensive. I met one of your trolls. He was a complete factard. Bubby Blindy, I believe it. And they are ridiculously childish. A lot of them are ridiculously childish, trying to find addresses and a bunch of stuff. And, but I have to admit that it's been quiet, but in reality, it's maybe not quiet because I haven't answered the comments yet. Yeah, Darla, Erdlo. Thanks, Ralph. Hey, Ralph, they're talking about J'adore Cristal. And yes, I love Tekatite. Yes, Lena. I'm just learning about it. Thanks to Pledian 777 mentioning it. There's so many interests of everything. And it's funny. I was always been an avid rock collector. I'm infatuated with, just regular stones. Even here's just a regular piece of amethyst. But, these things are expensive, right? When you start buying them and stuff like that, they really are expensive. But it's the interest. I have such an interest in it. Yeah, the trolls, Bubby, are pretty bad. But they're trying to attack people in the community. That's a bit of what's upsetting. So Erdlo, NASA's, talking about that. Their mission is, a satellite there right now out of Earth's orbit trying to take pictures. I think that's what happened yesterday. The icon, the gold, the unmanned mission yesterday was to see the atmosphere, how far it extends off of Earth's globe. And yesterday they were talking about air glow. The air glow was a saffron-colored, orange, yellowish hue that was over top of Earth that we could see along the Terminator line. Just mentioning that. NASA's mentioning it along the Terminator line. Just saying that because that's what I talk about. And I don't see anything unless I'm along the Terminator line. You know, some people say some of the blue on the edges of the craters is chromatic aberration. Well, duh, of course it can be. But yet again, we still have no proof. But I'm not talking about the blue chromatic aberration that appears here and there, greens, and we know what it is. When we go over Mare Imbrium, it's blue, right? But on top of it being blue, we also see a little fuzziness of pixelation, chromatic aberration over Mare Imbrium. There's no hiding this. It's not like it's something hiding, but there's no need to even talk or fight about it because when I'm showing, an oxygen blue line around the moon, hell yes, there's oxygen on the moon. We don't know what quantity there is, but of course there is. There definitely is. There is around Sirius star. There is around Ganymede and all the moons of Jupiter. Atmosphere, they say there's sodium and potassium on the moon. That's one of the, killers, they say. And they say that it's because the moon, we're just talking about this, the core is what is, all the sodium dusts and mists, could be that we're seeing on the surface. They talk about several gases on the moon that are unknown. They're not unknown, obviously. They know everything. I believe, just speculation, but I believe NASA was able to measure everything on the moon without having to go down to the surface. So getting close to the time here, 12 o'clock. I have to thank everyone for stopping by. NASA's saying Planet 9 might be primordial black hole. Yeah, I just saw it yesterday with the possibility of swallowing up Earth and neighboring planets. Yeah, so Atomic Immortal, you must have also heard about the Milky Way, who is gobbling galaxies. So now why is all this talk happening? Is it because it's really just occurring now? Or is it because this has been occurring in the past and it was hush-hush? You really got to wonder. Yes, lunchtime, beep, beep. Happy lunch, Tina. But you really have to wonder if they're telling the truth, right? What's going on. So it is a sign of soft disclosure. Saffron, like Mars, maybe? Says Shar. Absolutely, Shar. Probably. I think it was John Lear. John Lear talked about saffron. I'm not going to hide it. It's the first time I heard about that myself. But upon my examination, you are seeing colors over the surface, and you're seeing a lot along the Terminator line. And in the photo from yesterday, that ICON, ICON, the ICON Gold mission, by the way, yesterday, they were showing that Earth had, by the way, the photo they showed of Earth yesterday, it was entirely black Earth. It looks like they colored it out so that you don't see that it's gray. How come they're filming Earth in color? Why are they doing it like on the moon in black and white, right? Try it. Put their image in black and white. The lights on the surface look like ejecta. And it's not. It's nighttime lights reflecting back. So who's to say that the lights on the moon that we're seeing is not sun reflection? And who's to say it's not reflective lights reflecting back to us? Nothing's impossible. If we're seeing big buildings on the moon, could it be that they have big lights? It only makes sense when you think of it, right? Your knowledge is without limits, Bruce. Wow, thanks, Sebastien. Well, we're learning together, guys. I learned from you guys all the amazing things that I can see, the responses. John, okay, welcome. Fisherman, I must have missed that. Thanks for being here. Thanks so much for our Friday stream. Love my Bruce. I love you more, Tina, and thanks so much for stopping by. Time for lunch, isn't it? Yes, WEN. Merci, André. Hello, Paradox Fossils. Thanks for being here. Happy full moon, everyone. Tomorrow night. Ooh, are we the 13th? Well, for me here, it's the 13th, I think. But, oh, that would be crazy, right? Maybe it's wrong. Maybe it's the 12th. But I'll be checking. I didn't think it was already coming up. I know here it's not going to be full tonight anyways, because I could tell it was like not even at 3/4. Tonight, the Terminator line is going to be really cool. You know, it's going to be in an Oceanus Procellarum. We're going to see a lot of the elevation. And in the Southern Highlands near the bottom side, watch the elevation. Tonight's moon, even before it's out, you'll see all of the craters on the bottom side of the moon will be really apparent. Don't forget, guys, the South Pole, they're talking about brand new snow and ice that is possibly forming on the south side of the moon. Soft disclosure, guys, we're seeing more than we've ever seen, more than we've ever heard about them admitting what's out there, and they're doing good. You got to really, hands off to the elite, because now they're telling us there's water out there. Now they're telling us a bunch of things, and of course, they're not going to tell us everything, but it's too obvious now that we know there's water out there. And I think we're evolved enough as a race, as humans, to accept that, hey, big deal, someone's on the moon, and the two are protected. I sort of am more reassured knowing someone's on the moon, that if there's an attack, I mean, guys, think of it. Who's blasting all the asteroids out of space? It's them. Why isn't Earth being pummeled by asteroids? Come on. We're seeing, objects being pummeled here in the solar system. 3 to 4 videos that I posted on my channel in 2 years of exoplanets. Did you know that? It's transiting planets. NASA themselves say it. There's 6 or 7 ways that they do it. They do wobbling. There's so many mechanisms. I'm going to have to talk about this to you guys next time, the way they try to find exoplanets. And what Dabs, if he's still here, what he mentioned last time about that rainbow effect and maybe us being at an angle where we're not seeing things, it's exactly what NASA's talking about, that is hiding exoplanets. Because do you guys know that, less than 10 years ago, there wasn't any, I don't think, and now they're up over, I think it's 95, I'm not sure, the first exoplanet, maybe I'm mistaken, but they're over 4,000, well over 4,000 documented, proof and confirmed, exoplanets. Some of them are not in the habitable zone, which most of you know, that's where they say the water could produce life and the temperature is just right, of course. But there are thousands of them that are at the right temperature and in the habitable zone. So what they're doing is they're finding these planets hiding behind massive suns. Hello. We have a sun in our solar system, right? I've shown a planet-sized object beside the sun. So who's to say that if the sun is offset thousands of feet, who's to say we're not going to see the planet behind it, guys? It's true. And this happened at the massive mass coronal ejection that the sun let out this massive, giant, planet-sized plasma ball out of the sun, which I was able to even capture and to show. It looked like the dark night was coming out of the sun, because Yeshua said my name was asking about that. And honestly, that's when I caught what looked like a ship coming out of the sun. But either way, so much going on, guys. We'll talk about it next time. I'm going to keep some for next time, but it's interesting. Space is getting interesting, guys. Watch the news. Look up, what's going on now. 2020, we're going back to the moon, supposedly. That's back down at 220. Galaxy is full of life, but intelligent races have protection fields. Yep. And camouflage. Well, makes perfect sense. Exactly. They're going to protect the only godlike figures. Listen, we're creating the image of God. Maybe it's true, right? So obviously, we're like gods with bad implanted in us, I think. But who says gods are good? We have no proof, right? Char, habitable zone only is for the type of life we are aware of. Yep. There can be life types and forms. That's very true. It's exactly what they mentioned. We are unaware of, and we should not limit ourselves to habitable zones only. I think you put a bit of your touch in that because that's amazing. And yeah, I was just reading that yesterday, Shar, that they're saying that there are worlds and, you know, phenomenon, weather-wise, any-wise, that has never been seen before and that is beyond our understanding. And also that we have no tools or any reach or any possible ways of understanding how certain worlds are, you know, what's there, the gases and everything. Yeah, we know which gases. Sure, we know what the temperatures are, but nothing else. We can't tell what effects are going to happen. You know, we're still at the pace where, you know how they test pills, right? They give it to us. Brand new pill company comes out. Well, what happened after 6 years? Well, 230 deaths. So yeah, we'll take those pills off the market. That's not good. We'll sign it off. And we're guinea pigs in a way. Guinea pigs with gifts. That's how I look at it. We get weekends once in a while, you know, but we're still watched like children when you think of it. Hope it's a glitch. Fisherman, hope it's a glitch. I haven't seen Fisherman yet. Let me see if I scroll up there before I get off here. Skywatcher Don, Darla, I know it's crazy. She's my girlfriend. We sitting here together. She here. Fisherman, sorry I missed your couple of comments, my friend. She emailed Bruce. I'll be looking for that, brother. Thanks for letting me know. There's a lot of people that emailed me. I'm going to have to catch up this weekend for sure. 2.3 billion. That's a lot. So guys and gals, if they don't remove the pills, they just cut the dose back a little. Yep, big pharma sucks. They do. You know, and then you got Monsanto that's destroying fruits and vegetables, you know, and making our kids look funky, eh? Like with, you know, deformities and everything. That's basically what they're doing to us. We're sitting in a pile of junk. That's what we're doing. We're on a toxic hill right now, breathing through the fumes, you know, and everything that we see in space on the moon, all that smoke, maybe that's exactly what we're breathing in down here, but that we don't see it until it rises up and turns into gas and becomes vapor. Maybe we're breathing in rhodium and potassium and, you know, a whole bunch of bad stuff. Thanks, Rogue. Don't get me started on Monsanto's. It's bad, eh? Yep. The uckers. Yes, them uckers. No, absolutely, Tina. It's disgusting. I mean, it scared me because Roundabout, I remember for years that the neighbors suggested you would go into a store to get a weed killer, right? Okay. And not marijuana killer, but weed killers. And, you know, Monsanto's product called Roundabout was there. Probably everyone knows it in the States and in Canada what Roundabout is. A little white, you know, gallon with that little hose and the spray and stuff like that. Well, some guy went through a major court order with Monsanto, and I don't know if he won even, the poor guy, but I think he did, about, you know, he was using Roundabout Monsanto products for less than 365 days, and he developed the cancer, skin cancer, general cancer throughout his entire body. And the Roundup. God, I'm getting old. The Roundabout, because that's where I was driving in the Roundabout this afternoon. So the Roundup, yeah, exactly. Roundup. It's a product. So Apollo chunks, yes. Well, guys, thanks so much for being here. Smoked out of the moon, bud. All those moon beings getting smoked out of the moon. Bizzle, it can be that too, right? It could be that they're on the surface and they have to live in these enclosed lines and sealed vacuum, you know, areas, because maybe what's going to happen to Earth has happened on the moon many thousands of years ago. But when they say billions and billions of years ago, honestly, guys, have we been here 500 years? You know, Christopher Columbus and all that. Come on. Did they even exist now? Like, I'm starting to wonder, right? You're young and you find out that, I'm not going to say that in case kids are listening, but there's certain, you know, fairies that they say don't exist. And then you get Saint Nick and stuff. And you wonder, well, wow. Because the first thing when I was young and I started finding out that those were take, first thing I asked myself, is God real? But it was a good thing, I find, as a kid to wonder like that, because I've always been open-minded, right? And I'm not like some others that they have this need to try to find God, but like really find him, like they want to wind up at his picnic table, okay? And I don't have that need. It's like, it's just understanding, what's going on around you. Like we were talking about just before, the frequency. If you're in fine-tuned frequency, in symmetry with your chakra, so help you God. You'll be able to focus outside of what other people are focusing. So there's a lot of different perceptions on Earth, the way people hear things, the way people see things, and the way people analyze things with their brain. So we're each and every one of us are different. We're not all the same at all. We're very different as an entire human race. Each of us are very unique and different, and some are shitheads, like me sometimes. So thanks for watching, everyone. Elon Musk is an anagram for probably. Well, I'll tell you what. Elon Musk, I don't think is going to be the one that's going to be transporting astronauts to space. I don't know. We'll see. Yes, I am Darla. Sorry for the late response. I am live streaming tonight. It'll be between Eastern, 8 and 9 o'clock. From 8 to 9 o'clock Eastern time, I will be live streaming. One last one here. You can sue Monsanto for cancer, but not for the neurological effects. Wow. Or immune system being trashed. Isn't that stupid, Charles? And I heard that. It's absolutely ridiculous. So these big companies are protected. Richard Borba, thanks for being here. Vapor Mirage. That's right, John Doe. And, that's the thing. When I'm saying vapor, if it's not vapor, it could be even a hologram. But not hologram. You're talking about something mirage, like the effect of the heat in the desert over a surface. That's smart. Thanks a lot, guys. Theodora, you had a lot of problems with your messages being retracted. I'm sorry about that. I hope you have a better luck next time. It happens to the best of us sometimes. Not BS, just reimagined to drive the population into a controlled state. Absolutely, Shar. And that's how it is, eh? And they're controlling us without forcing us in a way. Well, they'll force us if they have to, but they're making us realize that, well, oh, damn it, I got to feed my family. Okay, we'll go to work. So they got that down pat. Now I don't have to whip people anymore. We're dependent of the system to be able to live. Why? Because, I guess the system depends on us, and it's made so that we depend on that system. Trends, it's always the same thing over and over, right? I don't think many will be here past 2024. Prepare for the new world that's coming. Rest in peace to this world. Bizzle, we're right in it. We're right in the change. And as we speak, we even heard it during this live stream, volcanoes, Kronos, thanks for the info, are already exploding and popping up. And these volcanoes are volcanoes. And don't forget, they're watching volcanoes that have been closed. You know what I mean? Dormant for thousands of years. But now they're activating up. Water levels are rising and stuff like that. So something triggered this, right? There's something that did trigger something, no matter what it is. And I hope the heck it's not HARP. I'm not going to harp on this, but that's what I should have said. I'm not going to harp on it. DARPA, with all the new techniques of satellites now. And the satellites are closer to our heads now, right? So it's getting really dangerous. So it was a service engineer for the SS&P MIC, Elon Musk. Oh, was he? Yeah, they don't talk about that. Don't brag about that too much, eh? Oui, 2 aujourd'hui et samedi matin. Oh, Sébastien Robert. Poor Darla. That's why everyone thinks you're me, Darla. You're working harder than me. Darla, pourtant, Bruce a dit qu'il faisait un stream en français plus tard. Moi, habituellement, samedi, je m'en fais un, Sébastien. Demain, Matt, mon frère. Ça va être l'heure de Paris. Si je ne me trompe pas, 5 heures ou 6 heures. Mais c'est Eastern, le temps de Montréal. C'est à 11 heures, si tu veux le savoir. À 11 heures AM, heure de Montréal, ça devrait être 5 heures ou 6 heures. C'est 5 heures, je le confirme. Heure de Paris. Heure de l'Est, c'est 11 heures AM, ce qui est l'heure de Paris, 5 heures PM. Puis Sébastien, c'est là demain soir que tu vas m'entendre cacasser sur la chaîne française, OVNI Québec Astronomie. Oui, non, 5 heures. Désolé, mon frère. J'avais dit 6, mais c'est 5. C'est 6 heures plus tard, après 11 heures. Mais pour moi, ça va être 11 heures AM. Pour toi, ça va être 5 heures. It's in the stars. Thanks a lot, everyone. Tina, everyone. Char, polar shift. We're right in it, Char. I believe it. That's what's going on. The Earth changes its magnetic poles every several thousands of years, and it's changed its tilt. Absolutely. That's exactly what I believe is going on. It's like the only understanding that I can have, and I don't necessarily see it as devastating as I thought it was going to be. It's going to be something happening quickly, but there's going to be chance for some people to save themselves, I guess, to get to other islands. You know, hopefully the countries will mend together, but it's not doing good, eh? The way Earth is. Super typhoon on the way, snow on the way here, rain, Hong Kong. It's crazy. They're announcing for a lot of rain and stuff. So let's hope for the best. Wee wee pee pee. Thank you, Bubby. Take care, guys, and I'll see you all soon. Richard Borba, thanks for being here. Sorry for missing if I missed any of your comments. The evidence is here. We are the woke ones. Confirmed. Thanks a lot, guys. Quand c'est l'après-midi à Montréal, c'est la nuit ici. Jet lag, mon frère, ben raide. Fait que toi, t'es en train de m'écouter à 6 heures le soir, ta journée dans le cul, excusez l'expression, ben moi, je me lève. Je commence à me lever. Fait que c'est pas pour rien qu'on... C'est un autre camouflage, ça, hein? Il arrive de quoi en France? Ben, il n'y a pas tout le monde qui va le savoir, même si c'est un acte terroriste. Parce qu'on entend parler de ça juste le lendemain ici. Fait que c'est comme une petite illusion de... il n'y a pas une chaîne mondiale qui parle des nouvelles. Puis ils le feront jamais, parce qu'imagine comment est-ce que le monde se fâcherait. Fait qu'en place, ils font ça par paquet, hein? Par petite section. Thanks a lot, guys. We are the Illuminati. That's well said, you know. And not a lot of people are going to understand that, because there's a play on words with that, who the Illuminati is and what's going on. And, you know, the same way some people see the devil in a bad way, when in reality we were taught that it was the most beautiful angel in heaven. Just saying what the Bible says, right? Take care, guys. Thanks, Francine. Bye, everyone. See y'all soon.